Welcome to Business Essentials. Today I'm going to let you know about top 10 future technologies that change our world. The future is coming, and sooner than you think. These emerging technologies will change the way we live, how we look after our bodies, and help us avert a climate disaster. Whether you like it or not, technology is rapidly improving, offering new innovations and revolutionary projects every year. Some of the very sharpest minds are out there creating the next piece of future technology that will completely change how we live our lives. It can feel like scientific progress is steady, but we have lived through a period of immense technological improvement in the last half-century. Here we've picked out some of the biggest and most interesting ideas. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Before we begin, please show your support by liking this video and subscribing to my channel so you don't miss any future updates. Number 1. Sand batteries. Not every technology bettering our future has to be complicated. Some are simple, yet extremely effective. One of these kind of technologies has come from some Finnish engineers who have found a way to turn sand into a giant battery. These engineers piled 100 tons of sand into a 4 by 7 meter steel container. All of this sand was then heated up using wind and solar energy. This heat can then be distributed by a local energy company to provide warmth to buildings in nearby areas. Energy can be stored this way for long periods of time. Number 2. Underwater gloves. Plenty of technological developments have come from copying the attributes of animals, and the Octa gloves are no exception. Researchers at Virginia Tech have created underwater gloves that mimics the suction abilities of an octopus for a human hand. The team behind these gloves reimagined the way that an octopus's suckers work. This design was created to perform the same function as said suckers, activating an attachment to objects with light pressure. Through the use of these suckers and an array of micro-sensors, the suckers on the gloves are able to tighten and loosen to grip objects underwater without applying a crushing force. This could be used in the future for rescue divers, underwater archaeologists, bridge engineers, salvage crews, and other similar fields. Number 3. Xenotransplantation. Inserting the heart of a pig into a human feels like a bad idea, and yet, this is one of the latest medical procedures that is seeing rapid progress. Xenotransplantation, the procedure of transplanting, implementing or infusing a human with cells, tissues or organs from an animal source, has the potential to revolutionize surgery. One of the most common procedures performed so far is the insertion of a pig's heart into a human. This has now successfully happened twice. However, one of the patients was only alive for a few months, and the second is still being observed. Number 4. AI image generation. As artificial intelligence continues to perform jobs just as well as humans, there is a new industry to add to the list: the world of art. Researchers at the company OpenAI have created a software that is able to create images from just worded prompts. Type in "a dog wearing a cowboy hat singing in the rain" and you'll get a host of completely original images that fit that description. You can even choose what style of art your request will come back in. This technology, known as DALL-E, is now its second iteration, and the team behind it plans to continue developing it further. Number 5. Brain-reading robots. No longer a science fiction trope, the use of brain-reading technology has improved hugely in recent years. One of the most interesting and practical uses we've seen tested so far comes from researchers at the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology Lausanne, EPFL. Thanks to a machine learning algorithm, a robot arm and a brain-computer interface, these researchers have managed to create a means for tetraplegic patients, those who can't move their upper or lower body, to interact with the world. In tests, the robot arm would perform simple tasks like moving around an obstacle. The algorithm would then interpret signals from the brain using an EEG-CAP and automatically determine when the arm had made a move that the brain considered incorrect, for example moving too close to the obstacle or going too fast. Over time, the algorithm can then adjust to the individual's preferences and brain signals. Number 6. 3D printed bones. 3D printing is an industry promising everything from cheap house building through to affordable rugged armor. But one of the most interesting uses of the technology is the building of 3D printed bones. The company Ossiform specializes in medical 3D printing, creating patient-specific replacements of different bones from tricalcium phosphate, a material with similar properties to human bones. Using these 3D printed bones is surprisingly easy. A hospital can perform an MRI, which is then sent to Ossiform, who create a 3D model of the patient-specific implant that is needed. The surgeon accepts the design, and then once it is printed, it can be used in surgery. Number 7. Clothes that can hear. Wearable technology has come leaps and bounds over the years, adding new functionalities to the accessories and clothes we wear day to day. One promising avenue involves giving clothes ears, or at least the same capacity as an ear. Researchers at MIT have created a fabric that is able to detect a heartbeat, handclaps, or even very faint sounds. The team suggested that this could be used wearable tech for the blind, used in buildings to detect cracks or strains, or even woven into fishnets to detect the sound of fish. For now, the material used is thick and a work in progress, but they hope to roll it out for consumer use over the next few years. Number 8. Lab-made dairy products. You've heard of cultured meat and Wagyu steaks grown cell by cell in a laboratory, but what about other animal-based foodstuffs? A growing number of biotech companies around the world are investigating lab-made dairy, including milk, ice cream, cheese and eggs. And more than one think they've cracked it. The dairy industry is not environmentally friendly, not even close. It's responsible for 4% of the world's carbon emissions, more than air travel and shipping combined, and demand is growing for a greener splash to pour into our teacups and cereal bowls. Beyond that, researchers are working on lab-produced mozzarella that melts perfectly on top of a pizza, as well as other cheeses and ice cream. Number 9. Hydrogen planes. Carbon emissions are a huge concern when it comes to commercial flights, but there is a potential solution and it has received a lot of funding. A £15 million UK project has unveiled plans for a hydrogen-powered plane. This project is known as Fly Zero and is being led by the Aerospace Technology Institute in conjunction with the UK government. The project has come up with a concept for a mid-size plane powered completely by liquid hydrogen. It would have the capacity to fly roughly 279 passengers halfway around the world without stopping. If this technology could be actualized, it could mean a zero-carbon flight with no stops between London and Western America or London to New Zealand with a single stop. Number 10. Artificial eyes. Bionic eyes have been a mainstay of science fiction for decades, but now real-world research is beginning to catch up with far-sighted storytellers. A raft of technologies is coming to market that restore sight to people with different kinds of vision impairment. In January 2021, Israeli surgeons implanted the world's first artificial cornea into a bilaterally blind, 78-year-old man. When his bandages were removed, the patient could read and recognize family members immediately. The implant also fuses naturally to human tissue without the recipient's body rejecting it. What do you think about our video? Tell us in the comments section below. And if you have any questions or suggestions, then feel free to mention them in the comment section and we will surely respond to your request. If you liked this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next video.